Good morning, everyone. All right, get a nice little push first thing this morning up to the little 200 EMA. Got about 3 minutes before the market opens. Got a pretty nice fill gap side. Big gap fill to the upside. This is about the 50s. So definitely a target this morning. Good morning, Andy. How are you doing? Got any nice vacations planned this coming spring and summer? I know you said you like to go to Mexico. Yeah, going in April. Nice. Didn't really get to do a lot of trading yesterday. Was having issues with my Ninja program freezing up yesterday morning. I want to think it's mostly my fault because I've been skipping it. They have an update for Ninja that I've been skipping over, and so I finally updated it yesterday since everything froze yesterday morning. I tried to wait it out during the live stream, but unfortunately, I had to shut down the whole PC to even get it to come back. So hopefully no issues today. Man, I like this. Would have been a nice little trade, like if it went so close to opening, especially if this holds, get a little reversal out of this gap here. For some reason, my timer. See, I guess yesterday when I updated, I also lost a bunch of my indicators, so I don't have my timer bar. That's what I'm missing. Let me see if I can find that real quick. All right, guys, the market's open. Yeah, I hate not having that on there. Oh well. We'll just have to find that later this morning. Or I might just have to re-upload it. Had a nice little trend line here with multiple touches. Right off the 96s. But it's definitely pretty early. So we usually try not to take any trades in this first 4 or 5 minutes. Almost looks like we have equal lows sitting here at the 60s. I want to say this is the lows. So let's see if we can get this to sweep. Oh, wait. Nope. All right. So there's the 220s. Ooh, what was that? Almost a 60-point dump from the 300s, 310s. All right, we'll get rid of this. I wouldn't mind seeing a gap fill for us to run back up into the. I don't know if we can get there today. I mean, that's like 400 points, but hey, anything's possible with the Nasdaq. Also per Manzini, we really don't want to lose that 42 because what it is, you got a really bad chop zone between that 42 to 16. So we had a couple fails of the break 42 this morning. See how we're having the. So maybe we can look for the same type setup. We get a fail of this 42 on the ES, then we can start looking for longs if it fails to get back below. But if we lose the 42, we lose this area right here, we'll definitely switch over to looking for shorts. See, this thing took off my VWAP too. The VWAP's not on here. Yeah. Yeah, like I said, I updated this stuff yesterday, and it's just I'm missing the VWAP here. We did have a nice little bear flag setup here. I don't know if anybody was had the boys to take it there. Yeah. Nice little bear flag setup. All right. All right. There's the sweep of that sweep of that lows. All right, so we're at that support level that we just mentioned, that 42. All right, so we don't. You want to see kind of like maybe a little bounce off this 36, 35, kind of like the same setup you had over here, which I don't know. We may even run this low real quick down at the 32, so we might have a little bit more room for the downside for the NQ here. What's up, Java? How did yesterday go? Did you able to find you some good trades and all that crazy action? I'm missing the VWAP yesterday. Today, Java. I guess I have been skipping over an update for Ninja, and so I don't know if that has something to do with it freezing yesterday. But I updated, but then it when I did that, it took out some of my indicators. So we are missing the VWAP this morning. We are reclaiming that 42. So that's the level we're kind of watching at the moment on the ES here. Mm. I feel like like I said, if we can't reclaim the 42, I think we can look for the 32 for a target because that's the lows on your ES here. Down to the 32s. Ooh, we got yesterday's. That was a hard looking bear flag to kind of identify here. What time is it? Oh yeah, it even took out my opening range indicator. God, that's what. Uh, you missed the long. I'll just have to get through the day without my opening range indicator. I'll have to go re-download all that stuff. I thought about that one, but God, I was looking for actually a long above this. So this is going to be our 15-minute range here. This right at the 170s. Actually, at 72, 172 would be your 15-minute range. Also, guys, we got news coming out in about 10 minutes, so just be aware of that if you're taking trades. So it looks like we're working our way back down to that 16 range. Man, I wish I could have pulled the trigger on that 21. I got to get more comfortable about putting rest in order sitting at these 21 EMAs. Oh, we hit the 9 and I went to, come on. Oh, my ATM strategy, we hit 9 points and freaking came back. Dang it. Son of a bee. Looking to see if this gap's going to hold. I don't like this one. It's hesitating. All right. Couldn't get the long guy. I mean, couldn't get the final 20 points out of that. Ugh. Man, I missed that twice. I'm so annoyed at that last one. That's the only downside of using a ATM strategy. Because I had my ATM strategy set up once I hit 9 ticks, I go to break even. Because there's nothing worse than getting 9 points and losing a trade. All right, so that's probably going to be the candle we need to get our target. Be careful if you're staying in this trade. You only got 3 minutes before news pops. So unfortunately, I was only for $80 play. We were looking for about 120 to 130 if we could for that 75. Oh well. Oh, look at it go. Oof. These were some basically fail failed fair value gap plays is what this was. So what it is, we broke a low. We were extending from a fair value gap. I wanted to take this first one. This is why we got long here. And plus we got back above the 21 EMA, but we got caught with a break even. So we definitely missed out on a lot. I feel like on this trade because our entry should have been down here. But that's just the way it goes sometimes. All right, so it kind of puts us back still to needing 3 trades. All right, guys, we got less than 1 minute or so for the news. I can't break it down to the second because we don't have our timer. So right now we're missing our opening range indicator, our VWAP indicator, and our timer indicator. And like I said, this is because I updated Ninja yesterday. And I don't know if that's what caused my Ninja to freeze up yesterday. But I didn't know it was going to delete all my indicators whenever I updated. So we're going to wait till after at least 10 o'clock to look for another trade. We're going to wait for this news to pop off to see how, hopefully it doesn't mess up the charts too bad. All right, there's the news. Hopefully, honestly, I'm not a big fan of news when it messes up the charts. Got a nice little trend line indicator here too that we put on here. Or we got 1, 2, 3. So got the high sitting up at the 320. So we'll have to wait and see what happens here. No, we don't. Got the highs farther. Or the 420. So we got a possible 100-point move that we can look for a trade, hopefully. Get some kind of pullback and look for some kind of entry. Java, did you take any of those longs on the way up? This thing's just ripping. No. I hated that I had to take it twice. But man, we left a lot of points on the board. Wow, that's been a 100-point rip since we first tried to enter. This is the candle that broke us even here. Then we entered again around the 240s. Somewhere around in here. No, 250s, 260s, somewhere to that range. Oh, goodness. Let's see if these 30s hold. Wow, those 30s did hold. Holy goodness. You got till 420s to probably find some kind of entry. Maybe a pull back into the 44. I don't. It looks like there's a lot of support sitting at 350s also. Still bouncing off that 350s. That opening is sitting right there at that 44. So kind of want to see if that area is going to hold. We bounced off that hard. Oh, let's see. I feel like 70s. It's holding. Ah. All right, let's see if we can wait for a normal pullback. I was trying to get in. I thought maybe we could catch a little breakout here, but man, it's chopping bad. Damn, this thing's just dumping hard. What do we got? 304 be our next target there. Keep still bouncing off that 317s. That's a kind of like a wick test there. Hmm. You got to be careful around that 43 area. That's your opening from this morning. All right, comes at 43. Damn it. Damn it. We get stopped out on this one. Need that 50 to hold. There it goes. Oh. That was a weird ass candle. I don't know what that was. That was like a freaking 30-point spike. It still may go. There's another failed inversion gap trade. Only thing that's fortunately that was one of my funded accounts. We were down in the 49,000. I feel like we're going to miss out a lot on this trade here. Man. All right, so these gap trades, that's back to back that these fair value gap trades are paying this morning. Man, I would have loved to have been stayed in this trade with just one micro to take up to the 420s. I may even try it if we can get some kind of pullback. If we can get a pullback, I'll jump in with like 1 or 2 micros. But it'll have to be off the 21 EMA or something like that. Or pull back to the 50. What's up, W Trades? How have you been? Let's see if the 70 holds. Got a trend line here too. You've been dreaming about candles? Nice. Ooh, that 70's holding up on these wicks here. And we got this trend line here. Man, I really need to see I would love to see a pullback here. I feel like that 70 could possibly, Yeah, damn it. It could. That 70 is going to hold. I hope not, because I would like to see a pullback back into this range here to. What's up, Ponzi? Man, you must have been in southbound heaven yesterday with that 1,300 point sell off we had. We need that weekly gap fill now, Ponzi. We need to move all the way back up to get that weekly gap fill in. Oh, 60 got back up. I lost track of the ES in that 42 level that we talked about this morning. Dang it. Look at this 70, man. Oh. '70s though. Little wall here. I'm still thinking 420 is a target up there, man. All right, this is just a couple micros here, guys. We're not going to get the breakout. Don't want to see it stalling. I'll go to break even because I don't like the fact that it's still just chopping. Oh, you want it to go. Okay. That's just the fact that it's taking too long. That was an ugly kind of ugly little bull flag setup. I mean, it was just a choppy little. I thought maybe I could get 10, 20 points and we finally get the breakout up here to the 90s, then a pullback. So we may even wait for that to hit the 90. Usually you get a pullback off of that 90. Then maybe we can try another entry there. I still feel like the 70 is kind of the little wall at the moment. There's another bounce off the 70. Wow. 10 points off that 70 range. Is that going to be the breakout there? These are hard breakouts to get here. And that was also a 9 EMA touch. I mean, he hit that 9 EMA on the money. I hate that we're getting this kind of price actions. I was hoping for a little bit better price action to take up to those highs at the 420s. We're going to miss the breakout. We're one candle too early. Yeah. All right, we're at that notorious 90 level. Let's see if we can get that pull back off that 90 here. No. The 90 was like, hold my beer. We're going through. Son of a bee. I guess congrats to anybody who was able to stay in that one. Damn. So if you are still in the long, 410 to 420 would definitely, I'd be taking some profit. Those would be my profit areas, 410s. Same you, yeah, I've missed a couple entries on being paper trading a couple of my entries. Like, I hate that. I missed out this morning on a big move, and we just missed out on this one just from just going to break even too bad, because that 70 was a wall. Damn. Wow. This thing is gone. Maybe we can turn this 23 into some resistance here, because this is your opening from last night, today. This is your session opening. Thank you, W Trades, for hanging out for a few. So right now our EMAs are starting to look really good. If we can get some kind of separation between these and look for a nice little bull flag setup. But I don't know if our EMAs are going to have to catch up to this 23, because I feel like this 23 is constantly going to be a bounce area, or actually 36. The session high is at 36 actually. No, why is that different on that candles? Oh, that's the NQ. That's what it is. Okay. Hopefully we get some kind of little reversal here. We're at the session high. I wouldn't mind even seeing a pullback to like the 410s or something. Wow. Broke out right on top of that freaking session high there. 41s. Man, we have left a lot of points on the table today. I mean, we got to get this pull back to the 21. I would think we at least get a pullback into this area. Maybe we can. That's what we got to wait on, unfortunately. So hopefully we get some kind of pullback and get an entry here. I hate that I lost track of the ES because that. So basically, you kind of wanted to stay out of the market between the 16 and 42. We had another failed breakdown of this 42 level, and man, once we got it back above this 42, it's been straight to the moon. But these flags have been pretty ugly. I mean, I tried to take this one a while ago, and I wasn't as confident about this one. And so we got stopped out on this one for a break-even trade. And this thing ran 100 points off of that freaking 370s. This is kind of like the downfall of having a rough week of trading. That's what last week felt like, a rough week of trading. Like a lot of the movement last week was hard. So I'm hoping we can sit here, be patient enough, and look for another entry before lunchtime gets here. Right now, this is your IBH. Let's see. Yeah, so this 481 is going to be our IBH. You're playing the FAZ. Oh, man, come on. Let's get a better looking pullback than this. Look at there. We're following this trend line up. Maybe we can run some of these gaps down here. Got the 20 down at the 17. This still may go. I just wasn't sure about this one. Let's see if we can get another retest of this area. If we can get the retest, then a push down. There's the 20 bounce. Oh, dang it. Nope. Didn't get the breakout above the 9. That was a dud. Was that our 15 minutes? I can't remember. I was hoping for that 20. Once we tap that 20, we'd get a bigger move to the upside, but didn't quite get it. We have not had very much luck on our runners today. So I am being a little cautious because that is on our funded account. So we're up 110. Is this going to be the freaking big move back up? I'm waiting for maybe, let's see if we can print above this non-EMA. Just want to make sure. Oh, gotta get through that gap. So we're risking $40. We're in for 2 micros. Come on. I hate that we couldn't get through that gap there. Come on, let's take out this 470 wick. Come on. Man, we may end up getting stopped out on this one just because we could not get through this freaking fair value gap here. Ah. I don't know if we just need to wait for that 50 pop or what. Patience, patience. Getting pretty tight here. Damn it. Damn it. I get stopped out on this again. I thought we were going to get the run of this damn, whatchamacallit, this wick here. Damn, I can't take that twice. Man, it looks like it just wants to waterfall down here. It's probably going to go this time. Damn you. Oh my god. That would have been the breakout we were looking for, that last play. That sucks. It's kind of reaction we get here at the 90 here. Damn. Got that 40 that's kind of a wall there, so that kind of 40 is what worries me a little bit. Ah, dang it. Trying to go to break even once we get at that 40, because that 40 is. All right, we're gonna go to break even just because it's struggling to get through this 40. No. All right, let's see if we can get through the 40s. We may try if we can get through the 40s again. Couldn't get through those freaking 40s. It's you can allow to look to the side. See, we had a lot of resistance here at the 40s. That's crazy. I hate that I don't have my normal indicators. I feel kind of lost. Hoping this is just a liquidity grab for us to get back above those 40s here. Didn't want to see us lose these 420s. We're still bouncing off this trend line here to the downside. Got a little nice little trend line moving down. Hopefully this trend line will hold. Mm. Didn't really want to see us lose its 20s. 409 needs to hold if you're still looking for longs. That's kind of like your 21 EMA on the 5 minute. Kind of got a nice little flag going here. Got to get above those 27s. That was a. That's if you're looking at the 5 minutes. That was the pop off the. Is that the 5 minute or 2 minute? That was the 2 minute. Actually, 2 minute. One more test. Whenever I see it hesitating, I just go to break even. You don't want to see hesitation. You want it to see it just want to see it go. And I was trying to stay about 10 points away from that 40 because I know we've been running a lot of resistance around that 40 level. What's up, Outer? Just gotta get through the freaking 40s. My goodness. Your Fez trade dump. You want to see this trend line hold up here? We have a nice little trend line with multiple taps. So try it one more time. See if we can get through the 40s here. There it goes. We might get stopped at the 50 here. It took a couple trades to get that. That was tough. It had a lot of that 40 was just a dumpster fire there. Could not get through it. Come on, baby. To the moon. 30-point trade, pretty close to a 50-point, 40 points. But we're going to shoot for the highs up here. So right now we're in it for 20 points. I hate the stall at the 70. I think that's where we got stalled at earlier when we were looking for around that 75. Whew. Don't know if we're going to have another pullback. We're pretty far away from our EMAs, so might have to. Okay, that last runner. So we lost a good bit of our profit and we got it back. We're back up to 115. I'm not going to take any more trades on that account. So those are funded accounts. That's the reason why we've been super cautious this morning, because we're trying to trade our fundeds a little bit more, because we've almost passed all of our evals. We only still have one left, and we got 5 fundeds. 5 PAs, which, like I said, I haven't really been trading them. We've been just kind of sitting on them. This is the only one we've been trading consistently. This one I took a trade last weekend and took a loss, so that's why we're only up 20 bucks. We had a lot of fees because we took a lot of trades on this account. This account, this is that one I swear I've been stuck between 26,100 to 26,400. It seems like I've been stuck in between that. Like I'd win 2 or 3, lose 1. Win 2 or 3, lose 1. I mean, it's just been that kind of process. You know, you just got to keep from not going tilt. That's the hardest part some days, is to keep yourself from not going tilt, especially on PAs. So that's why we were trading a little bit more aggressively, just to try to get more comfortable with our PAs. All right, so if we take a trade now, it's just going to be eval only. Didn't really make a high here. Man, it's like I would think we would want to take out this high here. Unless we lose this trend line. We got like a little 3-point trend line here. I hate not having my initial balance indicator. It drives me nuts. And my 50% pullback indicator. Outer, have you had any setups today? I've taken multiple fair value gap trades today, at least two on the failed inversion gap trades. So the first one was definitely a winner. That was this one here. Unfortunately, it came back and stopped us out. Our runner, I was looking to get about 120 to 130 on this PA, but we only had to settle for 81. That was the one of the earlier fail. Now, that wasn't your 300, was it? Did you have a day of tilt? What day did you go tilt on your account? Did you go tilt or was that a over time blown? Wow, we're back above that again. All right. We're on eval now, guys. So we are going to be a little aggressive here. I'm in this one a little earlier. I should have waited for a print above this down candle here, but we got in early. Hopefully it don't get too deep of a pullback here. Or maybe we'll add to it or something if it does come back. And this could be a lower high. I was hoping we would take out these freaking highs up here. It's struggling. It's on the struggle bus. Get up there. Damn, we hit 9 points. No, come on. That's happened to me like 3 times today. We hit 9 points and this crap will reverse and stop us out for break even, man. Come on. That is so crap. Oh, there's nothing worse than taking 10 points than that 9 points hits. It stops you out. Oh, goodness. We're gonna miss it now. It came back and got us. It'll probably give us our 10 points and some now. Let's see if we break out of this here. Yeah, if it gives us another little entry, a pullback, we may try to enter again. I don't know if it will. Oh, that's annoying. Come on, pull back. Man, it looks like it's just consolidating for a big blast here. getting some space in between our EMAs. We're sitting in a fair value gap. Man, I'd love to see another pullback back into this gap to clear out this gap here, just to kind of clean it up a little bit. I hate the fact that we're making lower highs here. This is kind of where I thought we would get the breakout here. I thought, you know, because we didn't break this high from previously, I thought this would be the breakout above here, above this wick here. We got a little bull flag setup, but man, it's so high off of EMAs here. Yeah. Fortunately, we're gonna miss this one. You can see that one, no wick. All right, we broke this wick. Congrats if anybody stayed in this failed fair value gap trade here. This was what that was. It was this failed fair value gap. It's just the way I have my ATM strategy set up. It stopped us out. So basically what it is, if I hit 9 points, so this is right here. So basically if I hit 36 ticks, I go to +2 just because I don't want it to reverse and stop us out. But sometimes we do get caught up in a break-even trade on those. So that's kind of what happened with that trade there. Which I did move it to break even too. Once we got above 5 or 6. But I automatically go to +2 once we hit 9. So we still have not ran this previous wick high up at the 80s. So if we can get some kind of pullback back into this gap around the 21 EMA or below the 9, we'll look for another long. And we also got our initial balance sitting here at the 82s. So I like this because a lot of times if you can get a trade before this level here, sometimes you'll get like a 30, 20 point breakout just above this initial balance. Right now, you pretty much have the what the ES just following the 9 up. I mean, it's just it even really it really hasn't had a pullback since what 11 o'clock. No. All right, here we go. Whew, no bounce there. It just sold right through. I mean, we're bouncing right off that 40. That was our bounce. Oh, we didn't break that trend. Trying to take risk off just in case it pulls back on us. Damn it. It struggled. Yeah, don't like that it's not going here. We're just going to go to break even just because it's struggling to move. We can always get another entry, so it doesn't bother me to go to break even on these trades. Sometimes you just have to, just because if you see it struggling to move up, might as well just go to break even and just try to get another entry. Yeah, was that the fake out? If it gets through that 40, we should waterfall. That 40 has been the support line. So if we, like I said, we get through the 40, we should waterfall. Come on, 40s. Give it up. The 40s is still holding. Ah. Couldn't get through the 40s. Come on, 40s, go. Ah, dang it. Damn it. Couldn't lose the 40s, guys. The 40s was a straight wall. I mean, we were playing off those 40s earlier. That's where we took that one long earlier off that 40s. Let's see if we can lose it again here. It's I feel like we lose that 40, it's just going to waterfall down. Yeah, we got a nice trend line going there too. If it breaks that trend, here's the 40s again. Might get stopped out on this one. I think I pushed my luck one too many times around this 40 level. Yeah. All right, so that's probably going to be my last trade of the day. That kind of puts us in a hole 130 here, unless we can find another. This on our eval that we're trading here. Hmm. Comes that 40 level again. That 40's just been a magnet, guys. Here's that 40 again. Ah, thought that 30 was gonna break. There comes the sell off. That's what we were looking for earlier. I mean, we definitely got the 200 EMA down there. Possible target there at the 69s. So 90 would probably be your next target here if we get through the 10s. I'm trying to take some risk off the table. Just think it looks like it's going to come back up. Ah, you motherfucker. I still feel like 90's the target down there. Most of the time we'll hit that 90 and have a sharp reversal. This is why I was feeling the 90. We'll try it one more time. There it goes. We should get a bounce here at the 90s. Ooh, it bounced hard off of that 94. No love for the runner on that one. I still feel like 90's the next target down. That'll fill in this last big gap down here. Pull back to the 10s. That's usually pretty normal, but usually it happens after you hit the 90. You'll hit that 90, then you'll reverse usually most time back up 15, 20 points. There's your 90, which I don't know if we're going to get to it this time. I wouldn't mind seeing another reversal here. Then if we get through the 90s, your next target is probably going to be down here at the 70s. See if we get another push back up to the 10s. Let's see if this 10s hold right here. Trying to get through. See if it's trying to get through those 400s. That's the level we're trying to wait for it to break. We could get stopped out on this one too if we can't get through those four. Damn it. Couldn't get through the 400s. We keep kind of going back and forth with this one. We're still at what, 102? Is that right? 102? We are being super aggressive. This is a eval, so that's why we're being aggressive. We took all of our more serious trades early this morning on our fundeds. I still feel like we're going to these freaking 200 moving average. We lose this trade, we'll be back to basically where we started. What do you think of, oh, pull back into this gap here? Yeah, possible. $425 gap of this next one up. Yeah, that wouldn't be bad at all because that'd be your 21 touch. Oh, is it 1030? And still bouncing off that 420 there. So if we stay this trend moving up. Larry, did you catch any of those big moves on the ES yesterday? Man, that 20 gap's been a wall at the moment. we might have bought the bottom, guys. That'll put us back to probably break even. Oh, okay. For some reason, I thought you traded the ES. I'm going to break even because we've been struggling getting through those 400s. Dude, don't 9-tick me again. Okay. I was about to say, it's like, come on. We'd have been 9-ticks so many times. All right, nothing for the runner. So far, we kind of going back and forth. This is that account that we've been going back and forth on this eval. We've only got one eval left with Apex just because they haven't really had any sales. So we got 5 PAs. We're working on the 6th one. So what I've been doing on my ATM strategy, usually I trade anywhere between like 6 micros to 2 or 3 micros, depending on how much I'm up. I'm just looking for 10 points profits with 1 or 2 runners. And a lot of times I go break even at 9. This way we don't come back and get stopped out for a loss if it whips back on us. So we do go to break even quite a bit, and it has cost me today because we were in some fairly good early trades this morning. Above these gaps up here, going back into the 40s, we may look for another long. You would think that we'd sell through this hard after building up all this liquidity here above the 25s. Ah, shoot. I tried to catch the 30. Dang it. Because I figured we'd hit that 40 again. Ooh, the 40 has me a little worried there. All right, we got through it. Got through the 40. No, don't do it, 40. That 40, man, it's just been a battle every time we got around it. There we go. I wanted to be in that one a little earlier, but time I hit it, it was over. So now let's hope the 40 finds some resistance. We had a lot of support around those 40s. So we'll do We stay back with 40s. I believe that we could possibly take out these highs up here. Oh, don't give up the 40. Oh, the market's trying. Let me risk a little bit on this. See if, oh, dang it. The 40s didn't want to hold. Like I said, I wish I tried to get in around 30 because I wanted 10 points between the 30 and 40, but it happened so fast that time I clicked it, it was already at 34. I hate that we didn't get the runner. I was really looking for a nice runner, but we're still just making lower highs. So it might just be, that might be the liquidity to get down to the 200s here. So like I said, we are trading this eval aggressively. Hopefully next week or the week after, we're just going to be doing funded accounts only. Unless Apex comes out with another sell or something that we can buy cheaper evals. Here comes the 400. Come on, 90s. All right. So remember, 90 is always a target. The 90 always wants to get touched, but the 90 also bounces a lot. So it might end up bouncing again because this is where we bounced a while ago. So that's why I tried to get my entry around that 400. So that gave me like a little 10-point weave, and we'll just see what happens with the runner here. I'm hoping for a push down to the 200 moving average. All right, we're just going to go to 2 micros because we already back in profit. This way, if we do take a loss, we're not risking too much of our profit. So if we go back, touch this 410, find support to move back down, we may try another entry. Back below the 400. Singing the blues. All right, there's the 410. Let's see if this 410 holds. Whew. We may just be even stuck in a range. It might be range trading. You can kind of see it. We've already hit twice, got equal lows down there. So now we're just trading 2 micros, guys. We're up $300 right now total. And so this way, if we lose some, it's just a $40 loss at the most. And this is the middle of the range. So this will kind of also give you an idea. If we don't push to the top of the range, we'll definitely start looking for the shorts. All right, we're going to take some of our risk off the table here in case it gets stuck. Come on, let's get another 40 touch. The 40's been a magnet still. If we can't get above the 40, more likely moving back down. That'll continue this lower high trend line here. Come on, 40. Man, if we give it that 40, there's no reason I feel like we can't go up to the 80s. At least feeling to take out this up here. Ooh, I like that there. I like that little red candle. That should give us the, hopefully, momentum to go. Once we print above 40, I swear I'm going to take my stop loss too. I got to get my indicators fixed too, just because it feels weird not having my timer on here because I can't see when these candles are going to close. Man, we're still struggling at the 40s and above this trend line. We got a, what, nice 1 minute trend line going here. Once we print out of this trend, I mean, I feel like we could definitely move up quite a bit. It looks like we broke that previous candle too, so. All right, we're going to risk a little bit on this one just because it's 1 micro left. We printed above the 40. If I can get a little distance away from it, we'll take our stop loss there. Get above 50, we'll go to 40. We're also hitting the macro time, the last 10 minutes of the hour. So most of the time we do get a move this time of the day. The last 10 minutes, the first 10 minutes of the hour. Man. If we can get a nice little pullback, maybe we'll try to add a contract to it or something. Get maybe in the red a little bit. Maybe we can add one more. Unless it just completely dumps here. It looks like it's going down. Okay. All right. You would think that we want to retake out the lows again. I'm not going to take this one. We'll have to sit here and watch this one. Man, I thought we were going to get the breakout to the upside being in the macro time. China likes the orange man. Okay, you're feeling like maybe we just range all the way till lunch. Yeah, it's possible. Building up for that lunch, after lunch move here. Well, I don't know. We didn't run this wick. I mean, we didn't run these lows. I just couldn't pull it that time. It's so hard to take trade. If I was a little bit earlier, maybe, but once we got around those 40s, it was just too hard to take that just because we've had so much back and forth around the 40s. So we're going to miss out on that one. Once we made this higher low here, we didn't make it to the bottom of this range. Man. I don't know if we'll get another pullback to retest the 40s. Maybe. Right now we're making, looks like, higher highs. This was the trade I was hoping for earlier, where we got printed above the 40 and hold. Let's see if it's going to hold or not. Whew. We don't get any kind of pullback, unfortunately. We'll have to just sit here and just watch this continue higher. This is what I was looking for on the last trade here, but unfortunately, we missed it. Oh yeah, there's equal highs sitting right there too, right there at the 80s. It always pretty much does it what you're thinking it's going to do after you get stopped out or break even or you take your loss. That's just the the downfalls of trading. Yeah, it looks like we got a nice little gap here. If we can get pulled back into this gap here, but I don't know if we'll get another pullback though. Oh, good. We're getting some nice little separation between your EMAs. So I mean, this is setting up could set up us a nice, hopefully a nice little bear flag. Unfortunately, most of the flags are bull flag. Most of the setups we have today have just been like 2 or 3 candles sideways, then breakouts. But have not had a lot of good looking flag setups today. I wouldn't mind seeing another pullback to the 50s. See how we had a lot of candles pop off that 50s? That 50s could be a good target for a pullback here. So that's what I mean. How we have these little small candle pullbacks and not really a good like bull flag setup. I'm hoping. Man. We missed that move up. I don't know if anybody else called it. We missed it because we were trying to get it on the last trade move up, but and I didn't take it again. And the reason why it scared me off is because we got next to that 40. If I was going to take that trade, I wanted to be long before the 40. right, there's those equal highs sitting up there at the 80s. Dude. All right. Here comes that 90 test. What'd I say? That 90, you usually get a pullback off that 90. Well, let's see if we break through the 90s here. Most of the time we get a pullback off the 90s. Usually takes about two hits to get through those 90s. Let's see if we bounce off the equal highs at the 80s maybe. But God, man, we're so far away from our EMAs. No. What a bummer that we had to sit here and watch this thing go up 50 points. This is pretty much what's been happening to me most of the morning. We've been in some good spots, and literally after we get stopped out, we run up 100 points. I think I'm still having like flashbacks from last week's trading, because you ever had like a bad week of trading? It seems like it just takes a minute to kind of get back in a rhythm. At least that's what it does to me. Anytime I struggle with a week of trading, which I feel like last week was, I know we still got that big gap up here. Let's see. The bottom of that gap's at the 750s. I mean, I don't think we'll get there today, but man, I feel like this is where we're going to be end up going this week. 497. We're still bouncing off of these wicks here. We have what, 1, 2, 3 wicks here at the 80s. I don't know if anybody ever take wick bounces. Was that from yesterday, outer that you're looking at? $497 was the opening from yesterday. Which opening was that from? Not today, right? We thought we already passed that. Oh, 12 a.m. opening. Oh, Monday. Okay. Yeah, today we opened at 3:40 was the session open. Was that, well, maybe that was this opening. I don't know if these levels over here tell me what the Asian market and London market open was. Wow, this thing just does not want to give us no kind of like pullback. So man, I almost wish I'd have got long above the 40 levels once we printed above the 40. But the 40 had me nervous just because we didn't hit it so many times this morning. Whew. Maybe this will be our 21 pullback here. I don't know what it is. If you watch this a lot, you ever notice anytime we hit the 510s or the 90s, those are always like a consolidation area. It seems like we hit the 90 reverse, hit the 90 reverse, then we push through the 90, hit the 510s, then pull back another 10 points. A lot of times we'll pull back even into the 90 somewhere after hitting the 510. Come on, hold up 510. Let's get a little pullback. No. Did anybody have the boys to pull the trigger off of the 40 back down here? Next resistance, you think what? You said 538? Man. Wow, we're at what? 90 points since that 40 range. Finally, when we finally broke above that 40. I done took that trade like at least 3 times, twice, trying to get the breakout through 40 or the breakout below. And man, when it finally does go, we miss it. And even these little pullbacks have been very little. I mean, you can see it. I mean, we're getting a nice little higher low than the breakout, but man, it's just very few candles on the breakouts today. mean, that's what all of the pullbacks have looked like, pretty much the same. Small wigs, small bodies, then breakouts, small red, breakout, same here. Unfortunately, we're moving into the lunch hour, so most of the time we lose our volume sometime between what now and 1:30. What happens to me if I usually start taking trades at this time of the day is where I usually start taking losses. Yep, we're almost at that 38 level outer. Yeah, that lunch hour will get you. Or what I do a lot of times, Larry, I'll just take it down to just 2 or 3 micros, 4 at the most, and just trade very low micros. Ooh, is this the deep pullback here? Dude, this thing is like it wants to go. Oh, I thought this candle here was going to be the start of the reverse. Man, don't tell me we're gonna get the same type setup where we've been having nothing but doji candles and small red candles. Every the last two pullbacks, look, indecisive candle, little doji candle, then explosion. Indecisive candle, little doji, then still trying to move up. I'm hoping this time we finally get the pullback though. Wow, this thing hit 100 points off of the 440s. Man, we brought up those 40s, I don't know how many times, and we freaking ran up 100 points off of those 440s. give it a few more minutes till what, 12:30, see if we get some movements. If it doesn't get any movements, we'll probably call it there for this morning. I just don't want to be tempted to take any lunchtime trades if it does not have any kind of like good pullback. I mean, it's looking like it wants to round over. Outer, what time frame? Oh, that was a 1 out. That's what I was about. What time was the 38 order block here for the 38s? Is that on the hour too? Okay. I definitely like the nice trend setup that we have going here. I feel like if we can just get that one pullback to the 21 EMA, I feel like we can look for another trade off of that. I just don't know if we're going to get it during the lunch hour. Boy, we have like no volume. All right, guys, I think that's going to do it. Let's see. Yeah, I think we're just going to call it a morning so we're not tempted to take any more trades just because I don't want to get into any of these trades with this very low volume because these are the kind of trades you get stuck in forever trying to trade this type of slow movement. This right here looks kind of like some Asian overnight movement where you're just having like a 4 or 5 point little candle moves. But we are going to finish green today. The only two serious trades that we really took today was on the PAs. And unfortunately, we missed out on the runner. And we only ended up with 81. I did trade this one a little bit more aggressive, but not as much. We ended up 115. But this is a fairly new eval here, the one that has the 115. I have four funded accounts that I really haven't been trading yet. Like, I've been just kind of sitting on them and just trading the one. See, they're still at 25, 25, 25. And we got another funded just the other day. We passed it and we finally just paid for it the other day, but we haven't traded it. This is the one I've been focusing on. I've been trying to get this one to pay out, honestly, before we started doing these. and then we can all just kind of copy trade these together, hopefully eventually. But I've been kind of stuck between the 26,100s and the 26,400s. It seemed like I'd take a win, loss, just been kind of just going back and forth. All right, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for subscribing, Larry. And you guys have a good evening. Be careful if you are going to trade this lunch hour. Like I said, I mean, it's slow moving. What I would do if I was going to trade this, I'd want to look for a pullback back into this gap here and get maybe to see if this 21 will give you some kind of reaction here. All right, guys, we'll see you guys later.